Hey guys, welcome to episode number 4 of the Level Up Project. Today we have somebody very, very special. It's my wonderful aunt, Virginia Dincy Taveras. She didn't want me to say it like that. She wants me to say Virginia Dincy Taveras,
Yes.
founder of Adaptive Business Solutions, facilitator at I Am Remarkable, and consultant at the Greater Washington Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Oh my gosh, that is a mouthful. Today we're going to be talking about two key areas for, as usual, our two key audience types. It's the importance of mentorship for aspiring entrepreneurs and the role of mentorship for seasoned business owners. Without further ado, I'll say it the second way, Virginia de Incitaveras.
Muchísimas gracias. Good afternoon, Raul. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks for being here.
It's my honor.
So tell us, how did you, become a mentor?
I will say that that's something that I carry in my heart. I mean, I will tell you that my first mentor, and probably without knowing, it was my dad. What I learned from my dad, it's very important for me, the value, the insight, the mindset that he carries, even though in his time, it was powerful for me, and that was something that inspired me to be one.
Nice. Yeah, I think parents are super inspiring too. Now on the line of it's the twofold. One is for aspiring entrepreneurs. When I guess why do they need to find a mentor? When do they need to find a mentor? Is it when I have an idea and I want to put a business? Is it after I have a business and I'm having challenges or whenever? What's the span? When people come to you, how do they come to you? Where do they find you? And kind of tell me about that.
Well, that has two different sides of the story. If you're building a business or you wanted to start a business, you might
Mhm.
need something different than a mentor. A mentor is someone who sees things from you that you
Mm.
might not able to see. That people is able to listen to you, to motivate you, to take up something that you have in the back of your mind, but you cannot see it. The level of confidence that you might have at that particular time, it's not enough for you to see that vision that you have, and that mentor that comes to you, that is able to listen to you, that is able to see more than what you can see, that is able to put that vision in front of you as a reality, is someone who is going to be there for you, not as someone who's guiding you in the process to start your business,
Mhm.
because you already have that technical ability when you
Right.
decide to start a business, but someone that sees something in you that you cannot see yourself.
So let's say somebody that probably a lot of people know, Tony Robbins. Is he a coach? Is he a mentor? Motivational speaker? Where?
Tony has a combination of many things. He's a motivational part, but
Mhm.
remember that motivation is has
Right.
a very short span. You can read a book and you can be really motivated, but if you don't take action and you are consistent in that, you're not going to see any result. So you can be pumped up when somebody tells you something, but the action comes from you. So I will say he's a melting pot, a lot of things, and it depends in what specific area of your business you are, and you're listening to him and how you take his advice. That's what you're gonna get from him.
Got it. So I pretty much understood that for aspiring entrepreneurs, a mentor is somebody that'll help you see the vision, which is where you want to go. So it's really a starting point. So if
Yes.
I have an idea, let's say, I don't know, I want a candy. Let's say candy, like Lucy, my cousin, loves candy. He wants a candy store. So he's 12, but let's say he was 15 or whatever, he's 12. Would he go find a mentor and say, I want to put a candy store? Let's talk about doing that.
No, no. I will
Help me
say
understand.
I will tell you. For me, a mentor is someone that the person, the mentor, not the mentee,
Okay.
is someone that have a passion to support and help others, but not for the money part. So you are not, as a mentor, you are not compensated for that. Your compensation becomes when you see the others succeed from what you can see from that person. Most of the time, people find mentors because mentors can see and they can introduce you to another people. They have a large network. A mentor is someone who has gone through a process, not necessarily the same one that you wanted to go, but has more experience than you, that is able to listen to you without asking questions, but listening to you. It's someone who's not going to judge you for what you wanted to do. It's someone who's going to inspire you to be yourself, your true self.
Love it. Sounds awesome. Where can somebody find a mentor?
You can find mentors in many. I mean, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur and
Hmm.
you are in a job, you can find someone who you look at as that person and you like what that person is doing and how they behave in their real life, not as a professional, but in
Right.
their real life. And you can talk to that person. You can find someone. There is a lot of programs out there of people who are supporting community, young people that wanted to succeed in life. I mean, there's so many different ways for you to find a real mentor, and someone can be very close by to you. Not
Definitely.
necessarily you have to go and cross a river or an ocean to find someone. That person might come to you maybe at a supermarket because start a conversation with you.
Maybe. Who knows? Before we get into the role of mentorship for current business owners, I do want to ask one key thing. What, I guess, what's the passion? What's your driver for being a mentor?
Oof, I will tell you, as a woman, an immigrant, in
Right.
the workforce and as an entrepreneur, we sometimes have so many mindset and our level of confidence is not a part to what we wanted to achieve because we haven't grown in a place that we might have that support where people can tell you you can do it, go and do it, mistakes are part of the process. So we have so much self-doubt, and when you find that people that give you a good advice and get you to sit down and think about yourself and the things that you are able to achieve, then you say, I want to be one of those people. I
Mm,
really wanted to be someone who inspire others to find themselves and do what they wanted to do. It doesn't matter that nobody believe in yourself, but if you believe in yourself, you're going to be able to achieve whatever you set your mind to. It's gonna be hard. Nobody says that because you said something to get it, it's gonna be a piece of cake. But you have to set goals. You have to be consistent every single day, even when you don't want it to do it. And you have to find information. You have to do research. You have to read a lot about what the things that you wanted to do.
I almost feel like there was one particular mentor in your life that sparked that interest in you, and that person made you feel something, and it's like you wanted to make everybody else feel that something. Is there somebody that you want to shout out, or am I guessing incorrectly?
Tell me your guess.
I have no idea who it is. I mean, you said your dad, but
And you're gonna ask me different times, and I was gonna say my dad. So what my dad instilled in myself, my dad was someone who's going to tell you to be yourself. We grew up with so many things, and the only people who will tell you the real truth, no matter your color,
mm,
your race, your hair, your skin, it will be him. The rest of the people will be looking at other scenes other than yourself. And he will be to the point, he will tell you what you can do, and he will not judge you. He will say, you'll learn from it. So I cannot tell you enough how much he was that people who made the person I am today.
nice. Yeah, I mentioned that in episode number one as well. He did some things and said some things that made me the person that I am today. So very appreciative of the legacy that he left. So I guess thank you for sharing that, and we'll pivot into the role of mentorship for current business owners. Do they need to seek a mentor?
If you're looking a mentor for grow your business,
Mm-hmm.
you might think more as an advisor.
Advisor. Okay.
Myself, I
Sure.
see a mentor more from the personal side of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a mentor. I mean, I can have a mentor that has grown a business in the same line of business that I am, that can give you some tools has not what not to do,
Right.
but those are more business advice. For me, a mentor is more in the personal side. I see myself more as a mentor that look at the person, not the business. And we can talk about business for a very long period of time. And at the end, the person is going to do whatever they want with their business, right? But
Sure.
when you start talking with someone and you start noticing that they might have thought about themselves and you bringing that out and you're exercising that confident level with your wording, that people change 100%.
Sounds like a business therapist. That's what it sounds like to
Well,
me.
I love that term. I
Yeah.
really love it. It is, in my experience, I have talked to people who are coming to me um, for business advice,
Right.
but they have so much doubt about the business that they wanted to start, the business, like the fundings, how they're going to be getting the funding, how they're going to be setting up their business, the structure, the people going to be working for them. But their main problem is themselves. They don't believe in themselves. And if you don't believe in yourself, you can do anything. You cannot achieve anything. A business owner and the person will never detach. So you have to start working with you, working your confidence level, and that's when the mentor comes as a priority for you. When you start having those thoughts in your mind that tells you, am I gonna make a mistakes? How is this podcast gonna be, for instance? You might find people that's gonna tell you that you're not doing great, that you're not doing good, but your confidence level will tell you, I'm going to start, I'm going to keep doing, and I'm going to be growing every single day.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. We talked about this off camera a little bit about the role of, let's say, as a business person, being a mentor. And you said it, probably somebody that has the passion for helping out and wants to give back. And it's something, I guess, something like a little altruistic. Where does one, do I just, where does one go to be a mentor? Like there's agencies such as Score and other places. It's just like, how does that process work? How did you get into being a mentor, and how can like business owners that are seasoned go into that process and give back and help other people?
I see my mentorship role in different way. I start, with social media. I start with having group of people talking to them necessarily that I get to meet in one way or another. I started my own business many years ago, and some of the work that I do, besides of advising the clients on the needs that they need to do
Hmm.
for their business, it's talking to them, like to the personal level. I really love what you said,
Therapy
Abby,
thing.
about the
What
therapist.
you have
We becomes like, when we
uh,
are in business, we become like sort of therapists.
okay.
That's it. So when you are trying to find someone, just look for. Don't try to go many different ways. Find someone that you can look at for, that you can see the real person. I tell you before. I cannot describe a place like, okay, you can go to Score, you can go to many different programs around the United States to find someone to advise you in business growth. But that's what really, when you're looking for a mentorship, that's what you really want.
I mean,
But
depends on what. Like for me personally, right? If I'm looking for a
mhm.
mentor, I'm looking for somebody that has, let's say, for the digital marketing, I'm looking for somebody that has an agency 10 times the size of mine. I'm less looking. I mean, I guess there's a personal side. I'm less looking for the personal side. I'm looking for tactical things that they did financially, strategically. Let's say anything mergers and acquisitions. I'm looking for the structure that they used and created, so I can, take bits and pieces and see stuff from a different angle, and so I can replicate some of what they did. That's what I'm looking for.
So are you looking for a mentor, or are you looking for business advice?
Probably both. Is it not the same thing?
And not for me. I
Yeah.
mean, I can give you business advice. I can look into your financials. I can tell you what's going on in your businesses. That's not mentorship.
That's an advisor, a
That's an
coach.
advisor. That's a
Okay.
business advisor. Mentorship from Virginia's
Yeah.
standpoint
It's
or from Virginia's
personal. Right.
standpoint is more about the person.
Okay.
It's more about your growing as a person. It's more about your confidence. It's more about the things that you cannot see, but you do have. How me as a mentor and talking to you and listening to you can see that at that particular time and moment where you are, that you are not seeing. And you have the doubt and you want to start that business, but you don't believe that you can do it, that you're going to make it. And I know for a fact because of those conversations and because I probably know a little bit more about you, that you're going to be able to be successful and you're going to be able to achieve the things that you wanted to achieve. And you set your mind to do and you set your goals to do it. But as a business advisor, you can come to franchising your business. You can come to understanding your finance. You can come to what are the strategies that I need to grow? What is my target market? There's so many different levels, and I can be 10 times bigger than you. But we're just going to be talking about business. We're not going to be talking about you, but you are the business. And if
Mm,
you are not fully invested mentally, you're not going to make it.
mm, okay. That's one way to look at it.
That's the way that I look at
Everybody
it.
has different ways of looking at it. That's one way to look at
Absolutely.
it.
And that's the great thing about being a human that
Right.
we all have, you know, and it's good that you bring that up that because you need to know for yourself what you are looking for and what do you really need.
Right. You need to define, as a coach that we both know, Russell, you need to define your why. And he says you need to define your three, it's like top three sets of burning desires. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
have a burning desire,
Oh, you're not going to
forget
achieve
about
it.
it. So
No.
I'll ask you, what are your burning desires? It's like three of them.
Oh,
I
I
know
will.
it's on the spot. I already have mine, so I'm ready if you ask me. That's
Okay,
why I
let me
said it, because
ask
I'm
you,
ready.
which are yours?
One is God, two is family, and three is legacy.
And three is like
Legacy.
legacy. What's the legacy that you wanted to build?
The legacy that I want to leave is like Kaufman or like Nemor. So build organizations, build leaders, and then have them help, build other leaders and help more people. Like, for example, in our facilities maintenance space, we have the ability to touch a lot of how do I say it? A lot of lives that a lot of times are how do I say it? I want to say forgotten, but that aren't taken into consideration. So we have the ability to motivate people, develop people, make them feel confident, make them feel extremely good about themselves. And when that happens is they go home, they spread that to their kids, and then it just kind of
That's
goes out.
mentorship.
Yeah, but I don't look at it like that.
Well,
Cause
that's
because
mentorship.
when
When
I
you inspire
yeah, but I don't look at it
other
like
to
that.
get themselves out, that's mentorship. That's not business advice. That's not technical advice on how to do the job. That's the input that you get when you are a mentor. It's not that people just really believe in themselves and then they bring it back to theirs. And they start instilling that into their kids, into their family. That's the power of mentorship.
Right. Well, I guess I didn't see it like that, but I guess we're all mentors then, and that
In a one
and
way or another.
and that way. So that's kind of what I mean by legacy. Just giving back whatever we learn, whatever people like. Even the purpose of kind of this is whatever comes our way. It's just to spread it out, and hopefully it touches somebody in some sort of way. Maybe they flip the switch and they think differently, or maybe they realize something. Whatever it is, something positive will come out of it. So what
Yeah. So I
top
will
three?
say for me, besides the main and most important part that you just mentioned, and I really loved listening that from you, it's about being a daughter of God all the time, all the day. It is about how can I support and how can I contribute to the especially the Hispanic community, not necessarily, but especially the Hispanic community, because being in the United States and being 60 million of Hispanic, I want us to be different. I want us like the immigrant. There is two part of the Hispanic community. We got the Hispanic immigrant community,
Mm.
and most of might be some people that comes here with a lot of technical, but we did not born in the United States, grew up here, and have different stuff of the. So it is, how do I instill the importance of education and growing and believing in yourself, that you can build something for yourself and feel proud of that and have a legacy for the one coming behind you. That's my in terms of entrepreneurship, that's my mission. It is to collaborate, to see those that wanted to be better and greater, and they don't see themselves, that on those eyes, that they can get them out to the world and become some type of whatever they want. I mean, I don't like to define no one, because
Hmm.
everybody has their own definition, but to become whatever you decide that you want it to be. That you don't have a setback because you didn't see no one around you to do it. Because people around you told you you're not going to be able to make it. Who do you think you are that you're going to be making that? That on that seed that I can plant in you, and you grow and you have fruits and you can harvest.
Yeah, I love it. Sounds just like a good friend of mine. He talks about the bamboo tree,
Oh,
how you like water. You can water it, water for like 5 years, and you don't see anything. Or is it 4 years? Let's say it's 4 years, and you don't see anything. Then by year five, the one day you water it, it just sprouts out and it's huge. So it's mentorship and giving
it is
back and
planting that seed.
right
That is already,
and
you have the
watering it.
soil,
Yeah,
you have to nurture.
every single day.
And that's where you come as a human being. That's where you come to start believing in yourself and doing the work that you need to do. Just sitting here and saying, I'm going to be that, is not going to make you become that. It's doing the work even when you don't want it to do it. If feeling uncomfortable doing the things that are gonna make you comfortable later on. It is not easy. A lot of things goes to our mind, but they should not stop us from doing and from achieving.
I like that. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for sharing, and
My pleasure.
thank you for everything. I think I learned and I understood now what mentorship is. And I guess there's a difference between mentorship and
And
coaching and the business side and everything.
oh, there is so much different. Now you put another word in
So
for
coaching is different.
coaching. It's different.
What?
The role of the coach is a paying position, and that coach is going to get
So
from you.
mentor is free.
Mentor, most of the, I will say 95% of the time, a mentor is someone who does something because of their heart, not because they're looking for any monetary gain in that. A coach, on the other side, is someone who's going to ask you all the questions in the world to get the answers from you, because you have the answers in yourself.
Cool. Nice. Okay. All right. So mentor, coach. What was the last
Business
one?
advisor.
Business advisor. Okay. So seek a mentor whenever. What basically that's the last kind of question that I want to take into consideration is when should we look for a mentor versus when should we look for a coach?
So when you need a mentor, when you are stuck, and it is something that you wanted to talk freely with someone, and you want that people to help you to move one step forward every single day. You want a coach when you are ready and you understand that there is something stuck, and you are willing to pay someone to get you unstuck, and you are going to trust the process. You have to trust the process when you are working with a coach, because most of the time you might find like, what does this mean? It
Mhm.
doesn't make sense. I don't feel comfortable. but you have to trust the process.
Trust the process. Okay. I like that. I think that's a good ending note. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out. This has been a great experience and a wonderful conversation. That's it, guys. Episode number 4 of the Level Up Project.
Thank you so much for having me here.